Hello, Emily here from Emilysvisions. I just thought record a video today. I've been away on holiday, holiday, visiting family and things, and it's quite intense for me, that sort of thing. All the people that I care about very much, but they talking over each other, all very interesting people, but very tiring as epileptic. So today I'm experiencing sort of an aftershock from the build-up of that. I find with my seizures, people have very different seizures, I think. But I find with mine, they're a little bit like my brain sort of getting rid of the extra energy that's built up in my brain. I think almost if I'm not a neurologist, but it feels a little bit like the brain injury that I have is a little bit like, if you imagine the nerves in the brain being like a hose, and it feels like that the brain injury has like dented the hose. So then you have the same information that everybody has going through the brain, but like when water goes through a hose, it sort of comes out faster because the hose is squeezed. And that's sort of happening all the time for me wherever I am. And I feel that my seizures, sometimes there's because of that trapped energy, it sort of gets built up. And then when I felt like did the drugs, because I'm not medicated at the moment, when I took the conventional drugs for epilepsy, I felt that they were trying to deal with that in various ways. Some of them were trying to bring up my energy so that, it pushed through faster in general, so that I didn't need a release, which tend to make me quite tetchy and on edge. And others were trying to sort of suppress the whole thing, which felt like a large elephant sort of sitting on me. And I always found that the energy didn't really work. The energy did actually leak around the outside. So one of the things I've noticed with my seizures when they happen naturally is they happen in moments when I'm not doing anything. Now that probably sounds quite convenient, but when I say moments when I'm not doing anything, that can be moments when I'm not doing something in the middle of shopping in a busy supermarket. So if we take that into consideration, it's not convenient. And so when I am very busy and haven't had the time off, then like if I work hard or if I talk to lots of people, then the seizures sort of build up. And yesterday I had the result of that, which was a sort of, it hasn't burst out through yet, but yesterday I was with my husband and my daughter, and they're both very supportive, and I was talking gobbledygook and couldn't really concentrate very well. For myself, I just felt really like the whole thing had sort of built up into my head, and my head was just really full, and I was disorientated and confused, like it was full of stuff that I'm quite creative and think a lot, but when my brain is like that, it's not pleasant, it's not inspiring. And I ended up having to have a wet hat, get a flannel that was cold and wet, put it on my head, and it would just get hot really fast, and then put another one, get hot really fast, and put another one, just to stop and I had a headache as well, of course. Today I am in a sort of epileptic stasis sort of thing. I can't think much, which is frustrating. When I'm like this, I can't relax like normal relaxing. Like, I get overloaded very quickly, even with things that I like myself personally. So can't watch the telly, maybe tiny amount, and then I might be able to go on to Second Life and do a couple of admin things, like pick something up and tell 2 or 3 people something, and then log off and rest for an hour or so. And by resting, it just means staring into space mostly. I'm very pleased, really, that I have done so much meditation in between my seizures, because it means that I'm not overly scared to just sit. But I still recognise it takes effort to do that, to be with the breath and just be like, this too will pass. But like, I can't feel sorry for myself in the way that people normally can when they're ill. Like if you had a heavy cold, you can be like, I hate having a cold. Or like, if you have got the flu and you're like dizzy, you can be like, oh, I feel so dizzy. And I just don't have definition much, so it's just going to be a lot of staring today. And of course, in my inside my view of myself, I can actually see that I'm just staring. But I'm like captive of my disability, I guess. Anyway, just not a great video, like full of dynamic expression and things, but I just thought that it would be good to reach out and express this bit, particularly as it doesn't involve taking in much new information other than finding the app and switching it on, which I have done, and it's been a pleasure to talk to you today. I hope everybody is well and staying with themselves through the journey that they're facing, and talk to you soon.